Have you ever wondered why some people can see the truth while others remain blind to it? Throughout history, humanity has grappled with the mysteries of perception, how we interpret the world around us, and why, at times, we miss what's right in front of our eyes. Today, we're delving into a remarkable story from the life of Jesus, one that reveals not just a physical miracle, but a profound spiritual lesson. It's a story of sight restored and hearts enlightened, a tale that invites us to contemplate the connection between what we see and what we believe. As we journey through this encounter, consider how it might speak into your own life, inviting you to experience a deeper kind of vision. Let's begin with the physical healing of blindness, a theme that appears repeatedly in the Gospels. Among the many accounts, one stands out for its unique sequence and depth. In the book of Mark, chapter 8, verses 22 to 26, we find Jesus arriving in the village of Bethsaida. Here, a group brings a blind man to him, pleading for healing. What unfolds is unlike any other miracle Jesus performed. Instead of an instantaneous cure, Jesus chooses to heal the man in stages. First, he takes the man by the hand and leads him outside the village, a gesture that speaks of intimacy and care. Away from the crowd, Jesus spits on the man's eyes and lays his hands upon him. Then comes the question, "Do you see anything?" The man's reply is both poignant and puzzling. "I see people. They look like trees walking around." His sight is partially restored, but not yet clear. Jesus then places his hands on the man's eyes once more. This time, the man's vision is fully restored. He sees everything clearly. Why did Jesus heal this man gradually, rather than instantly as he did with so many others? This two-step miracle is rich with meaning. It suggests that healing, especially the healing of perception, can be a process. Sometimes our understanding unfolds in stages. Just as the blind man's physical sight was restored progressively, so too can our spiritual insight develop over time. Jesus' actions here invite us to recognize that growth, whether physical or spiritual, often requires patience, persistence, and trust. Now, let's turn our attention from physical sight to the deeper issue of spiritual blindness. While physical blindness is visible and obvious, spiritual blindness is often subtle and hidden. It can affect anyone, regardless of intelligence, education, or experience. In fact, Jesus frequently encountered people who, though they could see with their eyes, were unable or unwilling to perceive the truth he revealed. In Matthew 13, Jesus addresses this very issue. When asked why he speaks in parables, he quotes the prophet Isaiah, "Though seeing, they do not see. Though hearing, they do not hear or understand." These words highlight a tragic reality. Many who witnessed Jesus' miracles and heard his teachings remained unmoved, their hearts closed to the message. Spiritual blindness prevented them from grasping the significance of what was happening before them. Jesus' teachings consistently aimed to open people's spiritual eyes. He challenged his listeners to look beyond the surface, to perceive the deeper realities of God's kingdom. In John 9:39, after healing another blind man, Jesus declares, "For judgment I have come into this world, so that the blind will see, and those who see will become blind." This paradoxical statement reveals a central truth. Those who recognize their own blindness, who admit their need, are the ones most likely to receive true sight. Conversely, those who claim to see perfectly, who are certain of their own understanding, may be the most blind of all. Faith lies at the heart of this transformation. The Bible describes faith as confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11:1. Faith allows us to perceive realities that are invisible to the naked eye. It opens us to the possibility that there is more to life than what appears on the surface. Through faith, we begin to see the world and ourselves through God's eyes. But what keeps us from this kind of vision? What are the barriers that cloud our spiritual sight? One major obstacle is pride. When we believe we have all the answers, we close ourselves off to new insights. Pride blinds us to our own limitations and makes us resistant to change. Another barrier is skepticism or doubt. While questioning can be healthy and lead to growth, excessive skepticism can harden our hearts and prevent us from accepting spiritual truths. Distractions and the busyness of daily life can also obscure our spiritual vision. When our attention is consumed by immediate concerns, we may fail to notice the subtle ways God is at work around us. Lastly, unresolved guilt or sin can cloud our perception. These burdens weigh on our hearts, making it difficult to see clearly or to receive the healing we need. So, how can we cultivate clearer spiritual vision? It begins with humility, acknowledging our need for God's guidance and being open to His leading. Regular prayer and meditation on Scripture help attune our hearts to God's voice, clearing away the fog of confusion and doubt. Seeking wisdom from others, trusted mentors, friends, or spiritual leaders can provide new perspectives and insights. Practicing gratitude and mindfulness also sharpens our awareness of God's presence in everyday life. When we pause to notice the blessings around us, our eyes are open to the ways God is working, even in ordinary moments. Most importantly, we must be willing to act on what we learn. As James writes, "Do not merely listen to the word, and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." Spiritual sight is not just about perceiving truth. It's about living it out. As we reflect on Jesus' double miracle, the restoration of both physical and spiritual sight, we are reminded that true vision goes beyond what our eyes can see. It is a gift that transforms our understanding, reshapes our priorities, and draws us closer to the heart of God. What areas of your life might need this kind of healing? Where do you long for greater clarity, deeper insight, or renewed faith? Take a moment to consider these questions. The journey toward spiritual sight is ongoing, a process marked by growth, setbacks, and new beginnings. If you feel prompted, share your thoughts and experiences with others. Remember, you are not alone on this path. Together, as we seek God's healing touch, we can discover the joy of seeing with new eyes, the eyes of faith, hope, and love. True sight is a miracle available to all who are willing to ask, to seek, and to believe.